Some of you guys is a little bit older, right? About my age and older. What team set the record for most wins in baseball in the modern era, right? In the modern era, what team set the record for most wins, right? Most of you probably say the 98 Yankees. They won 114 and 48 during the regular season. If I remember correctly, they swept the San Diego Padres in the World Series. Right? But that wasn't the record. The record is the 2001 Seattle Mariners for the modern era. They won 116 and 46, tying the overall record for wins set by the 1906 Chicago Cubs, who won 116 and 36 or something like that, right? But no one refers to them as the greatest team of all time because they lost in the ALCS to the New York Yankees, who went on to lose the Diamondbacks in 7 games in the World Series that year. Even if I sound a little congested, I have a cold. No one roots against, everybody understands why the Miami Dolphins always root against a team that's challenging their undefeated streak. In 1985, they were the team, the Miami Dolphins, they were the team that beat the Chicago Bears that regular season, thwarting perfection for them. All right? They were the ones rooting against the 98 Vikings. They were the ones who rooted against the 2007 Patriots, who technically sort of bested them in the regular season, if you want to be technical about it, because they went 16-0 while the 72 Dolphins went 14-0. But no one will consider them the best team of all time because they lost in the Super Bowl. If I were to ask you guys right now, who was the best? What was the best Celtic team of all time? You say the 85-86 Boston Celtics. You won't get too much of an argument from most people. Some say Russell Celtics, but yeah, whatever. The 86 Celtics, they went 67-15. I've even seen some journalists erroneously refer to that as the franchise record for wins, and it wasn't. It was the 72-73 Boston Celtics, who went 68-14. Had the MVP and Dave Cowens, Coach of the Year and Tom Heinsohn. But that team lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to the eventual champion, New York Knicks. That team set the record for most wins in a regular season for a team not to win the NBA championship until Sunday. I remember when we won 95, in 95-96, when we won the 72 games, it was constantly reminded to us that it doesn't mean a thing if you don't win that ring. That was the little mantra. Okay? That was the little mantra. And that's what was said when we broke the 71-72 Lakers, who won 69 games. And of course, we roared through the playoffs. We went 15-3. We swept the first round series against the Miami Heat. All right, we beat the New York Knicks 4-1 in the semis. We roared past Orlando in the Eastern Conference Finals, a team that everybody thought was going to beat us. It was going to be the new team, the new generation team. We beat the hell out of them by 38 points in the first game. They had us up at halftime by 18 in game 2. We roared back with our tenacious defense to win that game. In game 3 on the road, we won by like double digits. And in game 4, Jordan scored 45 and willed us to a sweep. I remember that series like it was yesterday. And I go off memory in my videos. I don't have to write shit down. You see what I'm saying? That's why I sometimes make little errors, because I'm going off my memory. I don't print shit off and read it and recite it as if it's coming off my dome. This shit is coming off my dome. And that's pretty much, the acceptable thing. I mean, nobody cares about a regular season record. No one gives a fuck if you don't win the title. Nobody cares. This team blew it. They blew their shot at being called the greatest team of all time. They blew it. And then you got people out there trying to taint LeBron James' and Cleveland Cavaliers' comeback, saying it was fixed. Well, I've always said that the NBA was rigged to an extent. Yeah, it is interesting how as soon as LeBron James and Cleveland Cavaliers won the title, it was a LeBron James commercial that came on ABC immediately after. I mean, come on, there's some bullshit with it. It's some bullshit. But don't cry a river when it happens to your team. But then when I called it out in OKC, you call me a fucking hater and a loon. Can't have both ways. And then people want to keep talking about Stephen Curry is injured or Stephen Curry was hurt. That's why, Cleveland won. Cleveland only won because Stephen Curry. Motherfuckers, did you forget about last year? When Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love were playing for Cleveland? Do you motherfuckers conveniently forget about that? I call it poetic justice. Because I was actually rooting for Golden State last year. Rooting for them. And I was just saying, well, guys, it's a little bit, it's kind of messed up that, Kyrie and Love won't play, Cleveland on full strength. Oh, fuck them. We would have beat them anyway. We the best. Fuck them niggas. Fuck them. Like, okay, all right. Okay, I see how you guys are. All right. So now, Stephen Curry must have missed those shots because he's injured. No, he missed those shots because he's mediocre. He was getting D'd the fuck up. All right. And people also, I'm going to say this in conclusion. People want to shit on the Chicago Bulls saying we haven't done shit. Okay, we really haven't done shit in, 18 years and all this. We haven't done anything in 20 years. Well, the first title that we won, people criticized us. They said that the Boston Celtics were old and beat up and injured. The Pistons were injured and whatnot. And, that's part of the game. Injuries are part of the game. That happens. But we rectified that by doing the repeat, which is something the Golden State Warriors weren't able to do. And then we made history when we three-peated, something that the Detroit Pistons couldn't do, by the way. The late 80s, early 90s Pistons, they never could do that. And they had the best opportunity to do that because we were coming. We were improving every year. We were coming for them. And let me also say this. If you want to blame injuries on shit, well, technically, the 89 Lakers kind of got fucking cheated because both Byron Scott and Magic went down. They did get swept by the Pistons. Maybe they still would have lost. But in Game 2, when Magic went down, they were up by double digits. And after Magic went down that game, the Pistons came back to win. The Lakers had like some bum, like some rookie point guard or 2-year point guard who was a bum, replacing the legend of Magic. I mean, come on. Now when they beat Portland, yeah, the Pistons were a better team, but come on, let's not kid ourselves. Like, the Pistons also benefited off of the Celtics getting old. So don't try that bullshit. And who committed one of the most boneheaded plays in NBA history? A guy who some people want to call the greatest player of all time, Isaiah Thomas, with that stupid inbound pass to Bill Laimbeer that Bird stole. He cost them the fucking series. So let's not go down this avenue against me. Shit don't work against me. So in conclusion, the Chicago Bulls fans out there have every right whatsoever to celebrate the demise of this fucking team. They didn't get it done. The regular season record doesn't mean any fucking thing. It doesn't. Now, because no one will call the 73 Celtics better than the 86 Celtics. That's why it fucking doesn't mean anything. Who cares if they won one more regular season game than we did? In a weaker league, mind you. When they couldn't get it fucking done in the playoffs. Doesn't matter. So yes, I'm celebrating like any other fucking Chicago Bulls fan.